and QA Gomar. The last one, which I will linger a little bit here, is the Power Station of Art, where I show my work, Thai Boomerang, in this amazing space. Can you see me? I will zoom in a little bit, and you will see me in the middle with the glasses holding up a map of China in Shanghai. And this is what I do. And I'm showing this video because I believe in the power of art to change society. And in order to change, you have to break your old habits, your old maps, and move on to the better ones. With that spirit, I want to show you the work equity.
Can we change the world with a pair of slippers?
In 2017, when I was hanging around on an island off the coast of Vietnam called Hon Son, Sun Island, it's like Paint Island. And from the top of the mountain looking down, you see this beautiful scenery. But when you zoom in, this is what happened across Vietnam. When you look at this, one of the questions that linger in your mind is that how do I do something? Somehow you encourage people to not throw things around like this and end up in a trash on the beach. Some other picture, when you zoom in, those beautiful landscapes, always trash. Accidentally, during that time, I got a letter from Krabi, the first Thailand Biennale, and they would invite the artists to come to their land in Thailand to survey the landscape. I actually very excited because, when I was on that island, I thought about an artwork. But now you have an opportunity to bring it to somewhere. So I flew to Thailand. And when I get to Krabi, it's amazing, so beautiful. You couldn't find trash. So I thought that, with this landscape, I just want to create a work that will encourage people to not do anything to make it worse. So I thought about an artwork, leave nothing behind, but keep repeating, reborn and reincarnate, to remind us that don't do damage to nature. And this is where I came out with the concept of Eco D. So Eco is ecology, and D is a Vietnamese word called, is like encourage you to do something. D, let's do it together. So let's do something ecology, good for the environment together. That's the idea. I carved in the back of the pair of slipper the words, good traveler leave no traces. The first test with the CNC machine, I tested on the coast of California, and it turned out very well. So I decided that it's time to do some fundraising or crowdfunding. Then I begin to go to the manufacturer, talk to them, do the 3D model, and actually get down to manufacturing. And so what you see now is the real pair of slipper, and with my signature as well. Manufactured at a very good quality. If you look at the slipper now, you see words around it. We go from Udam Studio in Asia to Europe, Australia, Vietnam, all around the world, Mars, moons, and beyond. Because everywhere we go, we will produce trash. So we need to have that equity spirit in mind. And for people that really hardcore on not using plastic, I have a wooden version. So equity has these 6 artistic disciplines that will ensure its success. First is a conceptual art. You can display it in a museum. Second is a bas-relief art machine. Whenever you step on sand, you produce this bas-relief right away. And when you put ink on it and you step on paper, you will make printmaking. It's a wearable art because you can wear it. Performance art. One of my collectors brought it to Georgia Art Expo and walked on the red carpet, performing his art. And then it's intervention art, because with millions of these messages on sand, you will stick the message in people's mind, stop them from doing things they should do. This is another image, video that I would think that I'm going to put these on advertising panel in Ho Chi Minh. So from Vietnam, we have these equity slipper, and we bring it to the street of Singapore. We bring it to COP27 in Egypt, and then just keep going, because when you have the product and it's an artwork and people share your passion, they bring it everywhere and they send you back the image. And so I keep getting these messages and images. I go and speak to everybody about the message of equity. I would go to institutions, to collectors, to public beaches, and then to children, school, and talk to newspapers. I go to university as well and talk with the students there. If you go to a hotel nowadays, you see this. But would you rather have this or this? And if you have a whole family, you have a set. So it comes down to the question,
Am I a slipper seller?
but if you look at this image, when you see this painting of Van Gogh in the museum, and it's a sower, have you ever asked what kind of bean, corn, what he's sowing? No, he's showing good messages from the prophet, from the Bible, from the scriptures. And those are the things that you want to sow. So in that tradition, I think I'm a sower as well. I'm spreading this message of Lao Tzu to the world. And hopefully in 10 to 20 years, you can have this message become the driving force to your action. And then you can scan this image, walk with equity. Slowly, it's going to change your mind because you repeated it, and it's a meditation. We have this group of people on the beach and forming the World Equity logo. So we would like you to walk with us. That way, you can help change the world. And we don't ask you to do anything big, just walk. You can walk, right?
And so, my fellow ASEAN friends, ask not what your dear Earth will do for you, but what together we can do for our dear Earth.
We bring it up to another level.
My fellow citizen of the world, ask not what your dear Earth will do for you, but what together we can do for our dear Earth. Just walk with us, equity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ulan, for this lovely presentation. Light note, I feel, although the message is very strong and I think very clear, that basically what you presented is a call to action for every individual to become an activist for the environment. And in that sense, as Melia was speaking about a community of women, every individual can become a part of a community that can do better for the environment, and that everything is basically, that's a choice of ours. I also love how you sort of like presented these different layers in your art. It's conceptual, it's a bas relief, it's an artwork. When you put ink on it, it's printmaking, it's wearable art, it's performance art, it's intervention art. So even when wearing these flip-flops, even though you're not an artist, could become an artist. Every one of us can become an artist wearing those flip-flops, and an artivist, if I may say so. So thank you so much for this wonderful presentation.